Hello. You know it's me. It's a weird statement. Saavedran. It's a weird thing to say. It was just joking. You're not even the person who said it. I'm so confused. Very confusing. This guy seems to be just saying random stuff. Nice. Can you donate me a lot of money? Yes. Will you? No. Have a good day too, sir. Thanks for memeing. Yeah, 1 million doll hairs, you know, exactly. Stormzy, how's it going? I'm not need of doll hairs, that's for sure. Although I'd appreciate any and all contributions to my living state in these expensive times. I'll be right back, and then we're going to get started. Where am I? I am in Canada, and we are playing, as you can see here, Sea of Stars. And then in about an hour and 20 minutes, we're going to do a tasting of Monkey 47 Schwarzwald Dry Gin. We'll be doing that in about an hour and 15 minutes or so. So we went back and did some things with a wind glove. Now it's time to get out of here. See if I'm awake. Not that awake. Scuffed Final Fantasy. No. It's not scuffed. But it is a modern JRPG. Here, let me move this camera a little bit. There. I wasn't given the option to name the characters in this one. So unfortunately, Creax, I couldn't name you after this guy right here. This guy whose whole job is to make and eat food and be fat. It's a weird game. It's got some weird classes. You got like the melee fire sword guy, and then you have like the moon staff woman, and then you have guy who knows no magic, has a frying pan shield, makes food and is fat and throws food at people. They determine his class to be warrior cook. He also only has one eye. There we go. We're in our rhythm. Oh wait, hey. Hold on. You have to time it so that the character's staff is in deflect stance when the boomerang comes back. It's like you have to button input at the right time. It's a parry, yeah. I don't know if it's infinite, but you can get a lot out. You can get at least 25 out. I don't know if it's capped. My brain knows there's a chest back here I missed way back in the fucking Narnia, so I'm going to get it. Damn, this animation is long, yeah. Wait, I can't turn this guy back on? Oh, wait, we don't have a name to give him. Okay. Sad. Yeah, it reminds me of, I don't know if you ever played Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. But there is a move that Mario can do that's basically an infinite jump. I can't remember what it's called, but it only does 1 damage. But So long as you always hit the timing window animation, you can get infinite number of jumps. So you like, I remember my friend playing it, and I was watching, and like he was like doing some kind of monster, and he was just like, man, he's been jumping on this monster for like 15 minutes. So anyways, I wrote a script. Oh no, Crassus is fucking doomed. He's fucking writing his own animes now. But yeah, pretty much every move in this game has like a button input, extra attack or parry or something. I meant for the jumping. Oh. If there's a tavern, there'll be a chef, so maybe I can learn a special recipe or something. Oh, there's a recipe back at that other watering hole, too. Let's go to the maze. Oh, no. There he is, the sleeper. Fuck is this shit? Oh, it's way back up. Looking for a boat? Head over to the port town of Brisk and meet Captain Keelshay's crew. Okay. It's too late. It's too late, Nyla. Crassus has discovered there's a new Path of Exile expansion. No chance for him. Alright, let's fight Fishman. And we don't know what he does, eh? 2 and 2. Surely it's one of these things, right? So it's like sword and 3 magic symbols. Well, unlucky. I suck. Bubble drop. You fools. You fools could have convinced me. You fools. Kaboom. You fools. What's over here? Oh, hey, here's another, Oh, wait, I can do this. I don't know what these rainbow shells are for, but they seem to be mildly, you know, something required to get them. I don't know what they do, though. Alright, let's fight. Double the grind. You think those are fire symbols? I guess if I go skills... Wait. If I go buddy, skills, hurl, and hurl this guy's ass. We'll see what he does, you know? It's at least 1 moon. I suck. Oh, I suck even more. So there's some chance if we go skills Moon Meringue and Moon Meringue them to an infinity and beyond that we can break their concentration. No, just kidding. Easy block. Dang. No symbols on these guys' head, eh? Just slap this idiot. And then we'll heal. I suck, man. Alright. Some fish. Of course, the fish. Drop some fish. What we got here? I think I missed some shit. This river kind of like pushes you along. Definitely missed some stuff up there. Holy fuck. Fuck me, I suck. So focus on this idiot. Oh wait, hold on. How do I shit them back out? I fucked up. Is there a way to shit them back out? Can't remember. I think there is a button, but oh well. thought he was just gonna be dead. Should have powered up, I guess. Boat ship, boat ship, boat ship, boat ship, brisk. I can't get up here because there's water falling in it. Man, I have no idea where I'm going. Okay, this takes us back up. And Cradle fish pie. There's a chest around here somewhere. Oh shit, I went the wrong way. Gulp. This is the way I didn't go last time. Okay, I went off that edge last time. I think this just takes me back up to, like, here, yeah. Kinda looks like you can get in here, but there's nothing here. Oh, here we go. 50 bucks. What about in here? No. Ugh. Yeah, I guess that's it. Didn't see anything else really. There's nothing up here, is there? Oh, there's a wind thing. Obsidian ore. Now, how does one get down there? It's almost like you gotta do something with this. Like turn it off or something. Maybe there's something you move? There's no boat here. Better come to Brisk to the east. Yeah, okay. Ooh, berry jam. Oh shit. Can I hit all of them with my fireball? Fireball? Fucking kaboom. Dang. Dang. Dang, I suck. End up doing the good ending. Yeah, so I did all the bad endings, and then I did the good ending, and the good ending is required for you to do rhyme. So we're like, right now we're like maybe I don't know, 10 or 20 minutes into Rime right now. Yeah, Rime is brand new content that just came out in March this year, if you can believe it. Okay, I don't know what that does. What if I do the other one? I don't know what this does. Did it go back down now that I left? It feels like you need to do both in order to get in there. Wait, can you get both in? Well, that one is like... Oh, okay. Combo skill bash drop. Interesting. Yeah, I kind of didn't realize that these things are like a timer. There's still something to do with that waterfall up there, but I don't know what it is. Holy shit. There's no way, man. I guess we're just gonna try to kill one. There's just no way that we can stop the bubble drops. Yeah, the question is like whether after that if I play like if I go right and play Riven or not, or if I do something else. Because I managed to get Mice on sale and Riven is not on sale. It would be the right time to play Riven, but it's like kind of expensive for what it is, to be honest. Ow. I really suck. Oh boy. Alright. For you... If I do +1 mana, I can use both of his skills, so we'll try that. And then for you, I can't get magic damage. That's so sad. Physical defense, I guess. Maybe magic defense, I don't know. No idea what the right thing to pick is in those, but probably one of those things where, you know, they get a bunch of base stats too, so you probably can't go too wrong, but... So there's the city. Oh, there's a fishing hole up here. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Nothing here, eh? Alright. What we got going on here? Oh, there's no new fish here. Sad. What the hell? So what's the deal with this thing? An abandoned wizard's lab. Interesting. Boat equal money. Seems risky, you know. I don't really trust those guys, if I'm being honest. There's some stuff on the rooftops. And here's another conch. Hey, buddy. Did you get the conch in the chest up there? I wonder what they're for. I don't fucking know, man. I got like 6. I hear the pirate crew is back. Apparently they're looking for some coin. Yeah. Boat this way. Can I go in the water? A little further now. I can't. I want to go up. I want to go up there. Game forced me to come over here. They're gonna freaking gank us, dude. You just said look at was your middle name. Oh my god. Oh, they want to find the legendary ghost ship that's in the fucking historian's book, dude. Oh, Oh, that's right. I have an artifact, too. I totally forgot about that. A relic or whatever. Human in jail because 4 Imperial soldiers appeared during dialogue instead of a random encounter. What? Daughter of a legendary pirate. Okay. Can only do magic while blindfolded. Beat this guy at arm wrestling. They seem nice to me. Wow. Holy fuck, this person's annoying. How about buying linear upgrades from every single town where blacksmiths are somehow increasingly more capable the further north they live? I feel like I just experienced what this person said yesterday. Holy fuck. Happen to live in a shed despite selling dag. I don't get that reference, unfortunately. But it does make it is kind of true that those like shopkeepers in Final Fantasy 1 have like a little shit shop and then they'll sell you like a weapon for 30,000 gold. It's like, okay. I don't know, the fat one talks too much. That's my opinion. Holy fuck, he's gonna go eat. Of course he's looking for a tavern, exactly. He's the warrior cook. Oh, I got 2 guys in my party. Sketchy. Just feel the breeze, man. Okay. Hey, you're the one who fixed the flying lift. I suppose. Have a look at my fresh vegetables. Oh, here's a recipe. Yeah, it does have like a Game Boy, like mobile console kind of feel to it. I'm in the market for a new dinghy. Okay. I don't know if this is an upgrade because actually I think I already have this. And there's some cheats. Someone in here the other day said Golden Sun, which I never played, but sounds accurate. Anything else around here? Even cleaning clothes is fun when you have a beach. Your shit's gonna be full of sand, brother. Just making sure the chimney is in good working condition. What? I could go right into that tavern, but I kind of want to wait. See if I can get some random stuff out here. This area seems kind of big. These rooftops have loot. Arcane amulet. Ten magic defense. Well, it's better than nothing. Okay. There is another chest up and around back the other way, but... Is there like a map of this area? This like seems quite convoluted. Bonus spin roulette. Pick a number, and if it lands on it, you win a special prize. Spin the bullshit roulette for 10 gold. This guy is a fucking scammer, dude. This guy is a scamaz, dude. That's a scamaz. Want to know the next BS roulette number? I'll tell you for 90 gold. What is happening? Guarding the spot, nothing ever happens. This guy is being really weird. Do you do it? This also seems like a scam. Legend of Heroes for PSP. A Terra Vermilion? Song of the Ocean. Huh. Yeah, I'd never even heard of these games. Alright, whatever. Let's just do it. It's scripted. 22. Yeah, he rigged it to 22. That or I got scamazed. We have a winner. Here's your prize. Question pack number 2. What the fuck is that? Interest a quizmaster. Okay. Weird. Okay. Dead end. This city is a fucking maze, dude. I really should ask my landlord to block the entrance at the top. People keep passing through my place. There. I hear there's good money to be made. Wouldn't starting anew be great? I don't know. I've heard scary things about Wraith Island. It's cursed or something. Apparently no one who goes there ever returns. They just want to keep the opportunities to themselves. Well, our neighbors never returned. Exactly. They had no reason to. Oh my god. Yeah. They never returned. That's because it's that good up there. I'm preparing my son's favorite dish today. I was so good this week. We're eating my favorite meal tonight. Okay. Whatever is cooking smells great. Okay. I'm so lost, dude. This city's huge. Feels huge. There's nothing I love more than spending time with my grandkid. Grandpa says we'll eat some ice cream later. Okay. Where's the loot? Where's the loot? Shiny pearl. I see a thing down there, though. Hold up. 30 bucks. Mushroom scramble. Can't get back up there, eh? The pirates are in town. They'll try to sneak up. I'll try to sneak up on them. Okay, you try that. Who's this guy? Welcome to Chump Change Chests. For only 5 gold, you can open one chest and keep its contents. This is fucking... This whole city's full of scamaz, dude. If you can find the 10 grand prize 5 times, I'll reward you with a special reward. Okay. Is it like a fucking... empty... Okay. Is that it? This guy is schemazing me, dude. $2 gold. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Guys are schemazing me. The abandoned wizard's lab to the north. I have half a mind to go in there and see if there's any treasure, but the thing doesn't even have a door. True. It doesn't. Now where do I go? Am I stuck in this shithole? There's more up there, though. Pirate garb. Risk is such a lively place. Okay. How do we get up here? Wait, you can go from that side? Hold on. You can just like walk straight in here? Okay. How do you get over there to see that guy? It doesn't seem like there's a way up over there. Oh shit, wait. It's sneaky. It's kind of sneaky. It looks like you can't move it. Because it doesn't look green like all the other movables. This is my favorite spot. Can you feel the breeze? It's no wonder how the town got its name. Well, it didn't do anything, though. Why? I was wondering why that was like that. Where lives here must eat a lot of bananas. Well, oh, there's something right there. Got most of it. Power belt. Attack power. You already have a power belt. Can you go to power belt? No. I guess you gotta have a power belt then. Probably rather give it to Garl, to be honest. So over here. Nothing, it would seem. Oh, more shit over here. Fuck. Supplies and trade goods. Is this like pink bag something? No. Oh shit, I went down the wrong side. There's a way to get in that door. There's another beach. 6 seafood. Don't say anything. Oh. Why, thank you. Saw someone swim under the docks the other day. Swim under the docks? Oh shit, okay. I want to get up here first though. Yeah, great idea, dude. Cranes. Okay, back up there. Yeah, if I go around here and jump on the right-hand side. What's in here? You ever tried fishing Lake North Brisk? I go there to relax all the time. Yeah. There's nothing there for me. I hear the Humble Boast has a wheels table now. I would probably give it a shot. Okay. Anything in here? No. Okay, that's kind of weird. For a kind of hidden area, it didn't really tell me anything. Captain Brass Balls, how's it going? It would seem to have the cozy vibe, yeah. So swim under the docks. So irresponsible, but such a great idea. Let's see, where can we get in? What the fuck? Hi, welcome to my house. I'm sorry, but I'm not accepting visitors at this time unless you happen to be carrying a trader's signet, which I am. Well, that does change everything now, doesn't it? Welcome to the Hidden Market. Eye of Yomara displays weaknesses, resistances, non-boss, enemy HP in combat. 888. Or we can make the game harder. Or we can give ourselves more XP. Or we could make the game even harder. Weird systems. Let's sell this shit. So let's... I don't have enough cash for that ring. And Garl has my other kind of ring that's similar to this. Interesting. That's all he's got, though, is this thing, eh? I'll be back. Well, let's save the game. And I guess we'll go into the pub. I think we got most of what's out here. It was less than 10 yards from my ship once. Keeping an eye on these pirates. I'm telling you, I saw it with my own eyes. It was less than 100 yards from me ship. Nothing better than a cold drink after a hard day of work being busier than everyone else. I have a very unique situation at work. I wear many hats and everything would stop working if I ever quit or went on a vacation. There's a guy at my workplace. And every time I see him, he's always like overwhelmed with something. He's like, if it wasn't for me, this place would go out of business. That's what I hear when I read this guy's text. I asked for coffee, explained I had to study for an exam. Then the waiter said, oh, so not a small then, a medium? I said I'm studying for finals. He apologized and gave me a large. Okay. My friend here, who is one of many connections throughout the world, just told me what happened in the wind tunnels. Oh yeah, scary stuff. Not really, it was a child. Thanks again for the help. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, is this guy fucking doing blackjack over here? What is this? This is a wheels table. Anyone with their own wheel and at least 2 figurines can play. Oh no. Oh no, is there fucking trading cards in this game? Fucking miniatures game. I'll let it go, just as long as you do not go on thinking I just learned that. Learned what? Which I didn't need to hear since I practically invented it. What? Welcome to the humble boast. You looking to stay the night? No. I was once on a trip to Lucent once. And they also had stools to sit on. Great, man. That's a grade A connection. Which is why I find it better to hold it like this. Chef, thanks so much. This will really come in handy. I reckon I'm the one who should be thanking you for all the tips. He's making friends. Ready to go see the pirates? I guess so. How much is your ring worth? Out of curiosity. Doesn't actually say. I want to take the power belt off of you. Did you say anything else? No. Alright. Time to duel. Well, look who it is. Yeah, I guess so. Everybody, arm wrestling battle. You guys are too strong. It wouldn't be fair. I'll do it. Go easy on the poor fella. Oh my god. They're broke, eh? Is this a mini game? Oh. No magic shirt. He's got a magic shirt. Are you kidding me? That was awesome. Oh my god. Show me again. Okay. Abandoned lab of an arcane wizard who died long ago. Stories say it conceals a coin of undeath accord. Okay. Hang an undead creature with it forces them to do one's bidding. Plan on using it to make the ghost captain of the Vespertine surrender his ship to me. Ooh. My crew won't fight, but they'll get you inside. Shall open the entrance to abandoned wizard lab. Or my name is not Keenathan. Yeah, you're kind of weird like that. We need to make preparations for a departure. There's something weird about this chick. Okay, I got a whole bunch of pirates in my cargo. Are you coming? You're gonna stay here, okay. Before we leave, y'all notice the wheels table right there in the corner? The watchmaker invented that game. Gotten real popular over the years. So, I'm sorry we had to play that little trick on you. It ain't much, but if maybe you want to get into wheels, y'all could have this. Oh, no. 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 Challenge Town Champions. Earn new figurines. Okay. Let's see how to play. What is happening here? What is happening? Some sort of Gamba fucking figurine game. Spin? What is happening? Where's the tutorial? I don't know what I did, but I did something. Okay, so I built a wall with the hammers that like protects me. And I got some squares and that like made my knight square little peg thing go down. So I'm assuming you have to like get a certain number of pegs down and then he'll like attack. And the wizard is the other symbols. I don't know what the blue background stuff is. Let's like take this. And I think that's enough to like make my guy activate. Let's keep this. Let's just go with this and see what happens. Oh, that wasn't enough to activate my guy. I'm confused why it wasn't, to be honest. I don't know what's happening. It's like one goes into his little base and then the others go into the peg. Try to get as many squares as possible, I guess. I'm not sure what's happening. Let's just keep this. I don't know. My wizard will power up, I guess. I don't really know how it works. Okay, I clearly attacked him. But I have no idea how this works. Sure, keep these double hammers, dude. We're gonna go hard on the hammers. It's like there's a difference between... It's like the blue background symbols power up your guy, and the non-blue background symbols like make it so it goes towards his like attack charge. Like I think this will make him attack. Hey Cap, how's it going? And 2 hammers seems like value. Yeah, he like leveled up when his thing got full. Okay, I did 2 damage to him. Okay, and my guy leveled up somehow. Okay, so maybe we'll hold these. Mage and Archie, your favorite duo? Yeah, I don't know what's happening. This is my first time ever interacting with this mechanic. Okay, my guy leveled up when he hit the guy. He also gained an experience, it seems like. That's how it works. Let's hold this one. Mage shoots 2 balls. Yeah, I seen that. This doesn't seem very value. Yeah, okay, I kind of understand how it's working now. So this is like XP for my knight. And this is like the ability for him to actually swing. And then the blue ones are the same for the wizard. No. This guy leveled up. Yeah, I kind of figured that much out. I guess I'm kind of behind. There's like a weird, like, scaling thing going on in this game. Banging this guy's ass. In the pause menu? Oh, this... Yeah, that wasn't obvious. Yeah, I figured... I figured most of this out on my own. It can be raised to resist with 5 points. Is this capped? It's not obvious. 3 oak. I don't understand the oak thing. When it says three oak plus, I don't know what that means. Anyway, it's kind of a lot right now. I just want to finish this. I don't want another one of those. Can you go back? I can, but I'm not sure what you're looking for in here. But I don't really know what 3 oak plus fashion means. What does that mean? That's not a word that's mentioned anywhere any other place. I kind of see the patterns, sort of, but it's not obvious. I wish they would just use plain English. 6 energies, I mean, yeah, it's not... I don't know why they say 3 oak plus. I don't know what that means though. Like they're using terminology that isn't referenced anywhere else. I don't know if that's something people just tend to know, but I've never heard of that before. Feels like we're just... Man, we're just in on fighter guy. But my luck seems shit. Six energy. Yeah, I don't understand though. I don't know why that is. I'm gonna need a YouTube video to explain to me what the hell's going on. I have a hard time understanding when things try to convey stuff in text, especially if they use terminology that like isn't obvious. At this point, we're just gonna die or not. Because it kind of like feels like, well, if I get a double symbol, that's value, but that kind of rule, whatever that rule means, it's not. Try leveling up gold figure. It drops bomb on the crown. Okay, yeah, I'm so lost, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna need a YouTube video to explain to me what just happened there. If something tries to explain like a game to me like that in like text like this, it's very difficult for me to understand. Like, I just have a hard time understanding information in written text. I need it like said to me, or it needs to be like something that I actively do. I'm just like not a literary person when it comes to stuff like that. If someone says something, I'll like memorize it in 1 second, but if it's written, I have no idea. I just don't retain the information. Okay, so
Are you okay?
we'll see what's going on here. If there's a save point, we gotta save pretty quickly because it's about time to do our gin here.
You're the one.
All right. Okay. What an improbable place. Did that save there? I'm not sure if that's saved. Sometimes it saves when you change zones. I don't know if it did or not. I'm just going to save in... I don't see it says saving right there. Okay. Alright. Alright, for a brief segue here. Alright, we got our community selected gin here, so I'm going to get glass. I'll be right back. Alright, so by community selection, we'll be trying the Monkey 47 Schwarzwald Dry Gin today, or the Black Forest Gin. This is a product of the Black Forest Distillery in Germany, but this brand is actually owned by Pinot Ricard. If you did or did not know that, it's a Pinot Ricard product. It's 47% alcohol, 94 proof. It is a molasses-based gin with 47 botanical ingredients, as it would make sense, since it has a 47. Not only is there a 47 there, there's a 47 there, and there's 47 botanicals, and of course there's a cat here. It's got a monkey, not a cat. And this one in particular uses what they say is some highly unlikely gin ingredients. And there is lingonberries, blackberries, honey pomelo, beside some more. That's my water. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, you have your own water. That one's mine. Chamomile, sage, angelica, coriander, among other things found in the Black Forest. And this is aged for roughly 3 months in clay copper pots before being diluted to round off sort of the harshness of it. Now, of course, just because there's no barrel doesn't mean that we don't have a reason to age things. Again, so long as we age things in a porous container. What are you doing? Leave that keyboard alone. There is oxygen that interacts with the spirit and has some of those harsher new make sort of compounds evaporate, especially stuff that's part of the heads, if I understand correctly. The head cut. Yeah, he's a menace. He's a menace cat. Can you stop pressing buttons on the keyboard? That would be my preference. He just comes up here and rubs himself all over everything. So yeah. You're okay, Mosley. You're pressing buttons, brother. No. We gotta move you. We gotta move you away from that. You can hang out up here, but you can't rub yourself all over the electronics. Unfortunately, you press buttons and you increase the gain and all kinds of stuff. You goober. But you can chill. That's why our music stopped. It's Mosley's fault. It's Mosley's fault. Little shit. You didn't mute me? No, it's pretty hard for him to mute me because the way it mutes is you have to touch the top of it. What usually is the problem is he'll turn up or turn down the gain, so the volume of the microphone will go up or down, or he'll press random buttons on here and you may or may not see anything depending on what buttons he presses, but I'm seeing things on my screen pop up. You goober. Alright. Ears full of your fur, you goober. Alright, so interesting kind of like cork here. It does say something on it. Ex pluribus unum, some kind of Latin. Just on the like silver piece, there's actually a silver piece of the cork right here. Ex pluribus unum, whatever that means. Kind of a funky. Kind of a funky cork. It looks like it's like one cork the whole way through, and it's just got this little ring here to kind of like separate what's supposed to be in the bottle, I suppose. All right, we'll blend this up and give it a minute. Boom. Of course, since we're talking about gin, this is a colorless product here. But again, it is distilled from molasses, as far as I understand. This particular one. Typically, they distill this to neutral and then infuse it. So I don't know if they don't distill it to completely neutral, hence why it would make a difference that they're using molasses instead of like any other kind of vehicle to achieve the actual pre-infused spirit, I suppose. But We're just gonna give that a few minutes since it's freshly out of the container. You goober. You just need to come up here and grab all the attention. That's your job. I'm not getting any attention, Dad. Comes up here and snags the attention. That's what he does. Oops. Of course, he's what is wrong with this? Mosley butt. This is wine? No, this is gin. Schwarzwald dry gin. Of course, wine would not be so clear in color. Now, the initial aroma is very similar to, again, other botanical gins. It kind of seems like initially pretty juniper sort of forward. Some definitely like lemony citrus kind of characteristics. Also like some kind of like slight perfumey floral note. What are you doing, you goober? There's something near the bottom for me that's kind of like slightly barky, slightly like dry baking spice. We're kind of like working through some of that like first very super super like forward notes to try to get what's like kind of like slightly under the surface. Like I'm getting something that's like maybe kind of like cantaloupe. It's not as like, can you not? That's mine. Hey. It's not as like, bug spray or like, what's the right word? Like the botanist that we had, like I always got a note off that one that was kind of like bug spray. I'm not getting that same note, but I'm not sure how you would describe that note without saying bug spray. It's like a kind of like weird medicinal vegetal kind of note. Mosley, you being a distraction. What are you doing? You getting into shit. Alright, you. Oh! classic Mosley. But yeah, it's like once you get by that first like set of pretty aggressive sort of like forward, almost like juniper kind of like gin notes, you get them to some like softer, fruitier kind of like notes at the back, but not like fruitier in the terms that we normally talk about like whiskeys where it's like kind of orchard fruit, kind of tropical fruit. It's kind of like soft fruits like melon or like maybe slightly grapefruit. These kind of like less aggressive, like softer kind of melon kind of fruit notes. What do they say there's in there? There's also lingonberries. I have no idea what that would smell like. Blackberries, honey pomelo. I guess honey pomelo would be like a cantaloupe, right? I guess my reference is like cantaloupe. I'm not exactly hitting blackberry in there, but I suppose the proportions matter too. Alright, let's try this on the palate. Monkey 47 Schwarzwald Dry Gin. Cheers. And there's a little bit to unpack there. Ooh, some weird spiciness at the end. Huh. It's so much different. Like when you go to gins, it's so much different than like whiskeys and rums that like you gotta like almost like change your brain into different gears when you're trying to think about what notes you're gonna receive. The most interesting part of this one, the way it hit me, is actually on the finish. It's like at some point it like changes gears into like all kinds of like herbal spice notes, like almost like in that place where normally you would get like an oaky barrel impact on a barrel aged spirit. All of a sudden you get all these kind of like spicy notes, like coriander kind of notes, like maybe like thyme or this sort of idea. And it's still kind of lingering a little bit. Like a lot of the mixed spices, like I don't have a great, for example, flavor reference for what Angelica would be, but like there's all kinds of like mixed kind of herbal spices, especially at the back of the palate, or back of the finish, I should say. There's like a transition near the back of the finish where it kind of changes gears into this kind of like herbal spicy character. Yeah, we're kind of like past that like super forward kind of juniper sort of aroma. And all into that like slight citrus, slight like honeydew melon, cantaloupe. On the nose. And again, I do think there's like a slightly like almost like cinnamon bark kind of deeper baking spice at the bottom. It's not as bready as the Sipsmith, which is actually one of the gin profiles I actually quite liked because it was almost the whole thing was kind of like very like almost like baked good. It was like bready, and baking spices and bark and these like kind of deeper kind of like baking spice kind of notes. And you do get a little bit of that in here at the bottom. But it's complemented more with like some of these like higher kind of like soft fruit components. Again, with some citrus. Yeah, I feel like the more we're getting into this, the more we're kind of like peeling back some layers and getting to that like bottom kind of like bark note. Like cinnamon bark or something like that. Hey, you're back. Are you going to be a butt? Look, if you're going to be a butt, you're going to get down. You goober. Palate has a slight sweetness, slight spiciness, maybe a bit of mint in there. But really almost the finish maybe steals the star of the show. It's kind of like, you know, the palate's pretty nice. You know, it is a little bit sweet. You get a little bit of some of those like kind of like soft fruit notes, a little bit of spiciness. But as soon as you get into the finish, it's like you get like a spike of flavor right at the start of the finish. And then you kind of have like a transition that happens into the back. Really found it sweet, yeah. And again, I don't know how much of that is related to the fact that this particular gin is distilled with molasses, similar to a rum. But it could just be happenstance. But I think they try to like sell it a little bit that, hey, this is a molasses distillate, so it's going to be a little bit sweeter. Now again, there's some of those infusions that are like, you know, fruits and like melons that'll also add to the sweetness, I suppose. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's not, for me, it's not super like piney or super like foresty. At least not today. It's more like sweet melons and like herbal spices, if that makes any sense. There's actually something that's a little bit woody right at the start of the finish, but it might be something that's bitter that's making me feel like it's woody. There's a bunch of like, right when you swallow, I feel like there's a bunch of tightly packed kind of bitter spices that kind of hit a little bit all at once, like floral and or herbal spices. And then those kind of like dip down and you get some of that sweetness. And then at the back, it like turns up like these kind of herbal spices too. Like right at the end. So it's not bad. It's not bad from a complexity standpoint. I kind of, for some reason, thought it would be more like foresty though. I was expecting more like some more slightly pine kind of notes, like forest trees and this sort of thing. But it's actually more, again, more on like the melon fruit, like sweet melon fruit and herbal spices. Again, there is like some like perfuminess and like floralness just generally about it, but I'm not like competent enough to pick up like exactly what those scents are. Like I couldn't tell, oh, it's lavender or something like that, you know? It definitely has like a perfuminess and a floralness, especially to the palate. But again, I guess the biggest notes for me are like, yeah, like sweet melons and herbal spices. Not super duper like juniper forward. Like there's like a big hit of that kind of like juniper right when you get into it, but like once you kind of get through that layer, it's almost like when you approach a smoky whiskey, you have like this certain like hit right at the beginning where it's like all smoke and barbecue, but like once you live in it for a little while, that kind of goes away and you get the stuff underneath. But doesn't seem to go much further than like this kind of like melon, herbal, cinnamon bark kind of thing. I mean, yeah, like right when you finish, right at the start, it feels like there's like 5 or 6 different little flavors competing for your attention right when you swallow, and I couldn't tell you what they are. I just have to say it's like a cacophony of like herbs and spices that hit you right at the start of the finish. They don't do a great job of like being independently detectable. They kind of just like rapid fire. I will say I feel like the palate is like a little bit soft. It's a little bit like sweet and soft, and you don't get as many flavors on it as you do on like the finish on the aroma. But again, this is 47% alcohol. It's weird with gin though. Like I don't know if like I could see a world where like gin at cask strength is what you would say, or like I guess maybe distiller's strength is the word you would use, like without dilution. Maybe certain flavors are just so overpowering that it's not actually that pleasant, because gin has some pretty strong flavors. But at the same time, I feel like the palate just it's a little soft still. Again, we're playing at 47% alcohol, and again, you have some good flavor with, you know, again, some of that sweet melon and some of that herb. But it feels like I'm getting like a good amount on the aroma, and then I get a good amount on the finish, and then the palate feels like it's a little soft, like just kind of sweet melon kind of thing. Yeah, most of the flavor for me definitely spikes right when you swallow. Not bad. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know that I would say. I don't know that I would say I expected more, but I don't know what I expected. Obviously, they're providing a premium product, and they're charging quite a bit more for it. But maybe I just haven't had enough gins to be able to appreciate what they're doing here. The flavor impact is stronger than at least the Sipsmith that I have, but it seems about roughly the same as the Botanist that I have. It's not very much stronger. Then again, the like depth of flavor does seem quite a bit better. Again, there's no like random, maybe slightly unpleasant bug spray note. And there is a whole bunch of notes in the finish that maybe I'm too inept to be able to verbalize, or maybe if we spend some more time with this, some of those will like open up and be more discernible. But bug spray note, yeah. But I think part of it is just simply that there's so many like herbs and botanicals that are perhaps hitting the palate right at once, right when you swallow, that it's really hard to really say them all, or like be able to like identify the ones in particular. It's kind of like you just get hit with like almost like a giant wave of rapid fire, different kind of like it's almost like you can tell there's individual spice and herbal notes there, but it's hard to like be able to pick them out because they happen so quickly and so they're so tightly connected. And it's almost like one of those things where maybe like it's a situation where perhaps less is more, you know. Maybe if it had, you know, 23 botanicals instead of 47, you'd be able to like maybe appreciate some of them a little bit more. It's hard to say. I just don't know. I don't know. It's interesting though. I enjoyed it, but it's hard to really. I think less would be better. Yeah, maybe. It's hard to be able to like really detect everything you're getting out of this. And it might be a case that maybe, you know, maybe there's too many things trying to happen here, or it could be the kind of thing that like maybe some amount of oxygen exposure, maybe half bottle, makes things taste a little more distinct. Because that's something that I'm learning as I kind of go through with like, you know, tasting and scoring Scotch and bourbon and rums and other spirits, is like there's something to be said for like complex notes, and having lots of complexity that, you know, has a nuance and is hard to detect. But once you kind of like mentally tune yourself to a right frequency, you kind of like get this nuance and you're like, oh yes, there's, I don't know, peanut butter in here at the bottom. But I feel like some of my highest scoring spirits are ones that have been crafted in a way that notes are clear and obvious and well defined and very detectable, and you're like, wow, this definitely tastes like A, and then transitions to something else that definitely tastes like B. It's not like you're trying to get in the weeds and be like, what does this taste like? Maybe a bit of apple pudding and a side of blueberry compote with a bit of cornstarch on the outside. Like, not like that. Like, more like, this is clearly a well-defined flavor, and then it transitions to another clearly well-defined flavor. And what I found with this particular gin is that there were some well-defined flavors on the aroma and on the palate, but like the most interesting part of the experience was as soon as you swallow, you get all kinds of almost like a bouquet of different flavors, but they're so tightly woven, so stumbling over each other, so rapid fire and hard to describe, that they don't do a very good job of being well-defined flavors in their own right. And at least for me, I think that would be a better crafted experience. But maybe this has this. I just need to give it some time, give it some air, See what happens. But not bad. I liked it better than the Botanist, though. I liked it better than the Botanist for sure. And it's way more complex than the Sipsmith that I have. The Sipsmith that I have, I actually really like the flavor profile of the Sipsmith that I have. It's all kind of like baked good, kind of like dark spice and like bark and almost like molasses almost kind of notes. But there's not a lot going on with it. And that one only has like, I don't know, 10 or 12 different infusions, whereas this has 4 times as many. So, you know, maybe like there's no way the complexity could be there when you have less botanicals involved, but man, I felt like these ones were all hitting at the same time. There's a concept in actually when I was in Colin's stream, he did a good job of verbalizing this idea, which I think applies to more than just cocktails. But one of the things that he said is that certain flavors hit at different times on the palate and on the finish, right? And if you make a cocktail that all of the flavors that you put into the cocktail hit all at the same time, like they all hit in the mid palate, for example, or they all hit at the start of the palate, or they all hit at the early finish, then the cocktail kind of becomes muddled because, like, you know, as soon as like you've got a whole bunch of different ingredients, but they all hit at the same time, and that's kind of like what I felt happened with this a little bit. It's like there's all kinds of botanicals, but they all hit me at the same time, rather than being like, hey, there's certain flavors that hit right on the attack, and there's certain flavors that hit, you know, right on the mid palate, and then the back palate, and then the early finish, and then like the mid finish. You know, if you have different flavors that hit in all these kind of places, then you have this kind of like story and transition that's very satisfying. Whereas I feel like this one kind of just, you know, it had some good, you know, melon and things in the palate, but I feel like the bulk of the ingredients all hit right at the start of the finish. I did like the like finish transition though, where it kind of like had like a kind of a herbal spice explosion and then slight sweet kind of melon transition into like more of a like herbal spice like end of finish. There was a bit of a nice transition there, but the palate kind of felt like it didn't have that, and the early finish felt very overcomplicated. My palette isn't there for the 3 different sections you subscribed. Yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely possible. It's like something you have to like, I suppose, train yourself to think about. But it's kind of like as soon as you swallow something and the liquid's out of your mouth, it's almost like there's a spike in flavor that happens right there as the air like hits all of your taste buds with the liquid having freshly left them. It's kind of like you swallow and there's still a little bit of liquid hanging around in your taste buds, and then since a whole bunch of air hits your mouth right at the same time, right as you swallow, there's like this spike in flavor, and then that kind of like dips down into like this like a secondary flavor, if that makes any sense. And then like the last flavor is the one that kind of lingers on for the longest amount of time. There's like almost like the 3 sections. And it's similar with the palate too. Like you get like mostly your sweet notes again right at the tip of your tongue, right as you drink something. And then like it kind of like as it moves to the middle of your tongue, you get other notes, especially on the sides of your tongue, like acidity and that sort of thing. Whereas bitterness is at the back. So usually like the longer you leave something on your palate, the more you'll kind of get some of those earthy bitter notes, some of those like spicy baking, like bitter baking spice kind of notes. That kind of happens like at the back of the palate. And some of those spike right as you swallow too, because again, you're having a whole bunch of liquid go over the back of your tongue, and then a whole bunch of air hits your tongue right at the same time. So like you have a spike in those kind of earthy, bitter components right when you swallow the liquid. Yeah, it's a little bit of something like to mentally get used to like describing for sure. GlenDronach 12, I do have that bottle, yeah. I drank most of it though. There's not a whole lot left, I think. What I think of it? Well, what we can do is we can go to our handy dandy Discord and click on review, spirits review, and type in GlenDronach. Did I not rate this? I definitely rated this already. No matching posts. That can't be right. I've definitely rated this before. It's down here somewhere. There it is. Friend of mine on Twitch just cracked it, and he isn't a spirit or beer guy. Was like, I think this would go good with some Coke. Oh, unlucky. I mean, alcohol in general, I suppose, goes good with Coke. I did rate this a 60 out of 100, which is good. It's good. Again, this is, what kind of Coke? This is almost empty. This is, again, a Highland Scotch, but it is, again, GlenDronach is known for its heavily sherried whiskeys, so this is a mix of Oloroso and Pedro Menez matured spirits. So pretty much anything from GlenDronach you consider to be a sherry bomb. That being said, GlenDronach's offerings are not exclusively Oloroso, so you do have some of those kind of darker PX notes in here, which honestly don't represent the same way I feel like that PX finished whiskeys sometimes do. Sometimes, in my experience, the PX whiskeys, when they're finished in PX, they're kind of like more fruity and jammy and plummy and sticky. Whereas some of these ones that are PX matured, it feels like they're more like way in the deep end of sherry. Like you get like dark tobaccos, leather, very dark sweetnesses, very dark toffee, dark spices, this kind of idea. It's less on like, it's less on the like plums and jam notes and like sweet fruits, and more on the like very dark, bitter leather tobacco kind of sweet sherry related notes. So I mean to sponsor a bottle. Basically, there's if you throw bits to me, there's three tiers in there. Well, really 4 tiers. So for 300 bits, we will talk about any whiskey in that list that is in green. And also, I will write your name on the spreadsheet as a contributor for that particular whiskey. And of course, I still haven't opened these yet, but I have some acrylic paint glass markers, and we can write your name on the bottle of your choosing. And of course, like the yellow and red tiers are just basically more expensive bottles, so there's more bits for those ones for us to talk about those bottles. So I will gladly talk about any bottle on that list, and we'll pour a dram for the price in bits that it says there, and we'll write your name and everything. Which is slightly different than if you like sponsor the whole bottle. So like some of those that are unopened in teal, there's a price there, which is roughly like 10% of what the bottle cost me. And if you contribute roughly 10% of what the bottle cost me, then we'll put you in that bottle sponsor slot, and we'll open the bottle right away. Well, because all the ones that are in teal, they are not open. They're sealed. But yeah, like anything in there, I'm willing to talk about any whiskey that I have. I'll give you the full notes. We'll do a little bit of a tasting. It's just a matter of whatever you decide. And your contribution will be logged in there for future instances. Part of the idea was to be like, if we have people contribute on bottles, then it's kind of like, well, anytime we get the bottle out, we'll remind ourselves that this person has contributed to this particular bottle for our collection. So, for example, right now I know that you've already put in 200, so I try to like make sure there's value. Like, you know, anytime you give me bits, there's like all kinds of, you know, things that I try to have in place that, you know, I try to give back value anywhere I can. So, of course, the best thing I have is to talk about whiskey. It's the best thing I'm good at. But you know, there's other little things and doodads, I suppose. Of course, anytime that you're the gin fund, yeah. I don't know if you're interested in Roku, but I was thinking of getting a Roku at some point. What was I going to say? But yeah, obviously, if you're subscribed, you get access to the Discord perks, and also you get more channel points if you're subscribed. I'd like to add some more stuff into that channel points menu too. And I'd like to add some more little tidbits of things that for bits. Like, for example, I think for one, if you put in 111 bits exactly, and then write something, it's a TTS, but no one's ever used that. That's the only TTS that I have. But part of the idea is like, well, if you use TTS, then you don't get your name on a bottle or whatever. Like, it's just however you want to get rewarded for your contribution. You have Roku. How do you think of it? Is it any good? I heard it was good. Don't want to spoil it. You enjoy it, okay. Yeah, I don't necessarily need for you to spoil it. Just like, you know, like for example, if you had it and you're like, well, it's medium, then that tells me a lot without spoiling it. You know what I mean? Say it's different than monkey. Well, that's the great part about gins, right? Is they're all like really different because the whole flavor profile is based on the infused botanicals. Yeah, they all have to have juniper, but kind of once you pass that initial juniper note, it's so much different on the inside, right? And that's kind of what makes them interesting and different. Again, that the Botanist and the Sipsmith could not be farther apart in terms of what their liquid flavor profile is. This one is closer to the Botanist, and I think part of it is like when the gin is based off infused forest botanicals, like I feel like you end up with some really similar common ingredients in those styles, where it kind of ends up being very like herbal and spicy and maybe slightly citrus. It's like a common like unifying theme. Although this one was way less like Sprite or like 7-Up kind of flavors. Whereas the Botanist was very much more like 7-Up, Sprite kind of citrus flavor to it. Before I was a Hendrick's gin drinker, is Hendrick's not as good as they say? I heard Hendrick's is one of the ones that people love too. Although Hendrick's has all kinds of different little options that I found was interesting because you have like, again, there's There's like the Grand Cabernet and like the Floradora and the like Neptuna, and there's like some other one, like some Obscura kind of one or something like that. So I kind of thought that maybe, you know, hey, there's a whole bunch of different ones, like that would be kind of interesting, you know. Give it for the Roku, or the one I got from Kyoto. Okay. Yeah, I think Roku's the one I'll probably get next. That seems to be the one that things point to. Kyoto one is only in Japan. Yeah. They gotta refine it outside of Kyoto. Yeah, probably not. That being said, there's probably, well, I don't know. Sometimes imports can be surprising, or they're like only available for a limited time and stuff like that. But yeah, my goal somewhat it would be like to have so much interesting stuff around that, you know, people want to contribute some bits for me to talk about all these bottles that I have. I want the menu to be so big that someone wants to hear me talk about something on that list at some point. All right. It's more Sea of Stars now. Very small distillery, such as the distiller was the guy who served me. Well, yeah, I suppose craft. That's the meaning of craft, I suppose. Caden, how's it going? Yeah, there actually is some. There is some gin makers that are in this province that are like little craft distilleries, but it's almost a little weird because it's like one of those things where like, well, I could go like get some like local New Brunswick craft distiller gins, for example, but no one's gonna be able to get them. So part of my mind is like I almost want to like talk about stuff that maybe other people can also get, so that's like the information's more relevant. Because that's like one of my hesitations with like some of these independent bottled like scotches and stuff. Is like I want to try this for myself, these independent bottled scotches that have higher proof and are interesting distilleries and stuff like that. But for example, anything from Heads and Tails Canada, you can't get this outside of Canada, basically. So not only is it like a weird independent bottle where everything came out of the same barrel and there's probably only like, I don't know, between 250 and 400 bottles of this that exist, but the bottles probably only exist in Canada. So it's like, well, yeah, it's kind of interesting maybe to talk about, but no one is ever going to be able to like get this if they're in the United States, probably. So that's kind of what it feels like. Like maybe it's better to talk about things that other people can get. According to the old scriptures, you should be able to mix the light from different crystals to open new paths. Quite fascinating. Alright, let's see here. Green crystal. Okay. Ooh, that was not good. What about moon damage? No. They probably like are weak to melee damage. Yeah. What's happening here? Blue crystal. Let's try blue crystal. Ooh. Interesting. These guys, I think, are weak to sun damage, if I remember right. Or they're just weak in general. Seems like the arrow associated with the pit tells you where it takes you, roughly. How do I get over there? Oh, here we go. Interesting. Gin distiller near you? Yeah, gin's one of those products that it's kind of like vodka, where like it's a lot easier to open like a a gin or vodka distillery than it is for like whiskey or rum or anything that needs to be barrel aged, for example, because you don't have to wait several years before your product is ready. So it's probably way easier to find little small gin distilleries. There's definitely a couple in this province. Distill it and ship it, yeah, somewhat. You probably still want to give it, like, if you can, a couple of months to get like the harsh chemicals out of it, but you could just send it right away, I suppose. Barrels can also be expensive. That's true, but usually the product like way outweighs the cost, right? But there is like an initial investment in barrels, that is true. And there's a difference between like what kind of barrels you need. Like if you're going to use ex-bourbon barrels, it's different than if you're going to use virgin oak barrels, for example. Like ex-bourbon barrels are probably cheaper than virgin oak barrels. Hot sauce manufacturers? Barrel-aged hot sauce, eh? Can't say I've partaked in that situation. What does that do? Oh, does that mean I can kind of like hit this thing? Gourmet hot sauce is now a big thing? Dang. I'm out of the loop. I mean, there's something other than Frank's Red Hot that exists. I don't know if I got anything out of that. Unlucky. Although I do still want to try some of that barrel-aged maple syrup. We got to really get on that. There's still that one set around that's like, that's a 3 set. One is ex-bourbon, one is ex-cognac, and one is ex something else barrels. What is it? Oh, there's ex-cognac, ex-scotch, and ex-bourbon from this one place. It's 75 Canadian bucks plus shipping for 3 200 milliliter bottles. Single barrel maple syrup. I'll just start doing that. Yes, single barrel maple syrup. Bash drop. Interesting. Ow. The fuck? Yeah, maple syrup has like different grades and stuff too. You get some real connoisseur stuff, you know. We could definitely do that. just to provoke Ben's reaction. Yes, very fine, sophisticated, very aged maple syrup. Several quite sophisticated and nuanced notes. Essentially, maple syrup and cartel. It fixes price fixes it all. I don't know about that. Maybe. We'd have to ask Ben. Ben probably knows. He probably knows all about the secret maple syrup cartel. He's probably in it. If you don't know, Crix, Ben Torres, who's in here sometimes, he his family has a maple syrup firm. And they make their own maple syrup. I should do just red first, right? What's going on here? Guess the blocks probably can't pass through. Certain things, I guess. Oh, hold on. What happens if I do this? Oh, I see. So I need to get 2 blocks in here. That's the puzzle. The OPEC of maple syrup. Yeah, boom. Alright, let's do red and blue. See if there's any loots in here. Where's the loot? Where's the loot? Fishing? Lunar trout. Hey, right here in the well. I lost my watch in the lake and a fish swallowed it. Would you mind catching it for me? Ought to be glowing. Okay. Oops. Not this fish. Yeah. Where's this fishing tutorial? Press casting is always at full power. While airborne, steer the bobber. If the bobber touches water close to fish, it's a hook. Wheel while it is in the zone. Yeah, it's hard to... Federation of Quebec Maple Syrup Producers. Well, you know, what can you say? It is what it is. Deal with it, fuckers. watch? You find my watch? That's the one. Thank you very much, my friend. Here's a little something for your trouble. I prefer the fake shit. God, how unsophisticated. You brute. Sunball. Shit. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing there. Dang. Got him. Wonder if we should put the maple syrup in our, whatchamacallit, our magic fridge. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of putting a mini fridge right there that has all kinds of just random stream related stuff in it. Like beer or fortified wine or lambics or energy drinks, maple syrup. Are you supposed to consume maple syrup cold? What's the verdict? Probably not, right? Well, the idea is if you were sampling it like a sophisticated gentleman, would you do it at room temperature? Probably. Yeah, exactly. You're understanding. I don't think so. I think Ben just keeps his in like a fucking one of those like reusable beer bottles with the sealed top. Yeah, similar. Anybody out there? Oh, you found something, eh? Your fake shit you keep in the cabinet. Well, that's because it's literally just... What do they call it these days? Pepper Creek Mill or Pepper Mill Creek or something like... What do they call that stuff now? Uh-oh, I'm getting boss vibes. Chromatic apparition. Probably something to do with that diamond in the center. Probably means something. Yeah, you can't say that anymore. What's it called now? Pearl Milling Company. That's what it's called. Ow. A log cabin? Never heard of it. $100. Man, timing is weird. Okay, now he's vulnerable to attacks. Holy fuck. What the hell? Insane. Fucking insane. Oh, it's three different volleys. Shit. Man, it's still 64. Is it like one of those things where you have to do enough damage to him before... So he like he changes phase or something? Oh, he made a bomb guy. That's awkward. Oh, what the hell? I fucked up. If I can block enough of that attack that it doesn't kill you. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's thing is. I feel like this is gonna hurt. Dang, that's a resist. Arcane Singularity. That wasn't that bad. Jeez. Yeah, you really gotta keep people topped off for that, I guess. You can't, like, sit around with less than 64 hit points. Alright, he's dead. It's like one... It's like even if you block them all, it seems like it hits you for 64. This captain person is sketch, man. Big sketch. Um. Okay. These are some real pirates, brother. Mr. Ronaldo fan, how's it going? When oh my god, this guy. Great archives. By overcoming the dead wizard's illusions, our heroes have secured passage to Wraith Island in time for the eclipse. In this place, where the night is everlasting and the dead still live, they brace themselves to fight the last known dweller. While evil forces prepare to play their hand, fear is set to strike very close to home. Okay. Why don't you guys go get a real boat while we're on this island? Town of Lucent ought to be just ahead. our adventures to end here, I say so be it. We will have remained loyal to the end and seen much more of the world. That guy's weird. A band. They're a band. They're also a band, a pirate band. It's a Zambi. Chomp chomp. Ow. Group heal. Okay. Ah, fucked up. Alright, so that's gotta be fire damage. There's nothing left. So smack him like that and then do a boosted attack. No? What kind of damage is it? I'm gonna have to toss him. I understand. That's group heal. It becomes tiring always being on edge, wondering who will be next. I can't blame those who spend their time at the tavern. Yeah. Sometimes I can hear cheers and applause from the river. It's really strange. That mansion and its cursed voice took everything from me. My son, my husband, and too many of my friends. Why hasn't she called me yet? Oh no, oh no, 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 you are not getting the contents of my chest. If you want it, you're gonna have to get my brother to make amends. Huh. I also grew up never knowing when the next call would be, but I still feel for my kids. What, he's still mad at me? All I did was eat a snack that I didn't know was his. What does he want me to do? Give him some berry jam? He's still mad at me over some berry jam. I tried to enter the shed on the other side of the bridge, but it's locked. Those who try to leave just get called right away. I don't know why you came here, but I'm sorry to say you're now stuck here all the same. There isn't much to do here. Kind of ironic that the stew is our signature dish. That's all we do all day. Stew. All the books are extremely old and boring. Okay, so there's a locked shed here. Might open somehow. Have you seen the ghost at the western end of the village? I'm not going anywhere near that thing. What's in the water? Hold on. For equipment, buy. Can he use the pirate's vest? Can. Sometimes I can hear cheers in the river, yada yada. Apparently there's a ghost over here. Is that the ghost? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, hello. Have you seen my turbo cookie? I could really go about eating it right now. Turbo cookie. don't know how to get behind this building. Welcome new visitors. The first stage of grief. I'll be your enabler for tonight. Please join us and allow yourselves to cope in whichever way suits you best. Like anything to eat or drink to help your reassurances go down easier. Okay. Classic pirate song. Wait, if you say anything. Seems like there's a way to get into the back of this building, but I don't know how. I'm gonna break a window or some shit. Ooh. I have been chosen. Remember 10 seconds ago when absolutely nothing happened? The barrier is impenetrable. You have to wait for the eclipse. Yeah. Eastern exit, okay. What's this? Something. Oh boy, time for fishing. I think. Anything new here? Oh, all three. Spectral eel. Dang. Heck. Bone pike. What's the other one? Oh, these things? It looks like eels over there. Maybe like this thing right here. Go sturgeon. Ow. Not too bad. Manor Lucent. Save the game. Can't go up there. Seems like you need something to get past this. It's brambles. That's that plant right there. That's for like a mini boss. Man. Dang it. Ooh, big damage. Poison? No wonder I can't break that. Ow. Man, why can I not dodge that? Womp womp. That's kind of rough. Excuse to use this, I guess. To meet. Mushroom. That's so many swords. I guess a person could go and then combo. Here's KO plus 50%. Guess I should make some of those. Kind of good on the rest of it, I think. Fireball. Alright, some level ups to deal with. Magic, magic, magic. This magic attack kind of sucks, but he's my tank boy. Bone armor. Oh, you already have bone armor. This is more defense, less magic defense. What about you? You can't wear it. Ooh. Oh. Poison. Ow. I guess hitting it still reduces the power of the ability, even if it can't interrupt it because I need poison. Cash, money. What's up here? Anything? Shimmering Shard. Increased damage dealt to undead. See you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, find out where the poison comes from. This is the pirate captain, though, obviously. Mysterious assassin. Very mysterious. Venom Fury. Venom darts hit all enemies. Reveals a lock stalls an enemy's location. Teleports to backstab a target with a venom coated blade. I didn't understand that. Oh, we lost our enemy health ring. man, I have no idea how to do that right. This is on throw. Someone got it. It's kind of forgiving. Alright, friends. You guys for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, or I'll be back Monday, I mean. Yeah. Not bad.